the hardest working podcast in Portland, Oregon, man.
Play no
Game. Play no game. Look at the snow. That was not bad. Welcome. It's your boy Rob. And that's AJ.
You know what? Oh my god, that was ridiculous. I'm sorry. That was funny. All right,
Welcome to the Play on Games podcast / show. Once again, we are here. And quick announcements before we get going. Thank you all who have responded to the ALD sweepstakes. That will be ending, and we'll be launching and talking about that in the next episode. So I want to thank you for that. And if you haven't known, it's your first time tuning in, this is a show that puts you on a highest vibration for social situations, self-improvement, and improving those relationships. Because you know what? We want to help you advance in your life. But as we get started, we're going to go to one of our hometown favorite,
yay. This segment is called Play No Games. It's a segment that could be positive, negative, uplifting. Could be anything you want it to be. You just got to say, I'm ready to play no games.
I'm not going to lie. This one was kind of trash. I'm going to say that. I missed the Eric one.
What you mean? What did I say different?
You were...
I think I was just on that day.
Bro, yeah, I was like, whoa, I didn't like that.
I remember you saying that, but it was a good day.
Roll that tape back. Not saying I'm saying when you're introduced to like greatness, and then that part, I'm like, run that over. But no, I don't know, not to call you out, but last one was fire. I was like, damn.
Yeah, no,
it was in your bag.
I don't. It was definitely different.
Roll the tape on that one.
Do it again?
No. I'm saying just
keep going.
No.
Yes.
Next time.
Yeah, I got you.
What we're not playing no games about. You know what I'm not playing no games about today? Don't look at me like that, Andrew. You're not putting a fucking wall in this fucking place. I'm not playing no games about two things. One, here they go. Actually, is there any way we can turn the camera on y'all?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I'm not gonna play no games about. I got a new name for y'all. I thought about it. I hate everybody. They just look at me. I think I want to be called not Rob anymore, but we got I want to be called TR.
Huh?
I like TR.
Huh?
Stands for true love. Or no. Sorry. I butchered that. TL. I did it. Yeah, true love. TL Bob. TL Bob is what I want to be called. Okay.
TRB. We got some letters mixed up. Huh?
Yeah, I'll take that L. Hit me with the button.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Hit me with the button.
Farewell.
But I ain't no cap though. I'll tell you that.
That's funny.
I like that. I like that.
True Love Bob.
But that would be like expanded, but it'd be TL Bob. You know what? I'm settled on this right now. Yeah.
Hey, keep lurking. Looking. Hey, what was it? What's the name he had? No, the other one.
Who is that? I like TL.
Name in Progress or something like that.
Nah, we TL over here.
Work in progress.
Nah, we TL Bob over here.
Oh my gosh, WP. I still like WP over that. Work in progress.
No. Anywho, well, get used to be calling me TL.
Huh?
So yeah,
Huh?
Yeah, get used to calling me TL. So
No.
the other thing I don't want to play no games about. Huh? All right, the hating has begun. Anywho, TL. So I think I'm changing my name to TL.
Okay.
TL Bob.
What else are you not playing no games with?
But I'm also not playing no games about actually Silk Sonic. Silk Sonic, I came across a very interesting post and I looked into it and it's actually pretty interesting. And I respect these guys even more. So Silk Sonic
group?
Yeah, the group. Silk Sonic. So it says this Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak withdrew from the Grammy Awards consideration. We won the moment the world responded to leave the door open. I just want to play no games about how fucking smooth that is. Just when you know how dope your album and song was, where you're like, I don't need to even get the Grammy. It's so clean to me because in the era of when people are wanting like different statuses and statures to like solidify themselves, that just put it back on me to kind of get that kind of like low Russell vibe. That's why, TL Bob, you know what I'm saying? It's almost kind of like it's like I like that because we all know that Silk Sonic album was fire.
Yeah.
And like if they kept that in there, they would win a lot of the Grammys and things like that. And it also sheds light on. I don't think they were trying to like talk down to other people, saying like, "Oh, our stuff was so good." They were like, "We want to give other people opportunities." Because I believe Bruno has Grammy. I think Anderson .Paak has a Grammy. I could be wrong about Anderson .Paak, but it's kind of like the essence of it. It's just like so cool to me.
Didn't he get one with Kendrick? Didn't he have a song with Kendrick in one with?
Potentially, or on Nas's album with King's Disease.
I think so.
Yeah, it's Nas's. It's Nas's album.
Yeah, I know they both have one though. That's what's up though. I think it's surprising. I think we live in a society where, like you were saying, like accolades are the thing. Like you gotta win the award. I gotta win the award, and for them to just be like, I don't need that. That for me, the fans is what make it worth it, and I think that's what they're giving back in the concept of just making music. And I think I've always loved Bruno Mars ever since he came out. And I think it's his mentality and his style of music that just gives love to music again. Like he gives you like that old school flair, but he throws it back in with this new style and makes it just fun to listen to music. Like I think nowadays a lot of music is either love songs or sex songs or kill kill kill. There's really no middle ground about just like dancing and just having a good time.
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
Like there's no like like in the 90s there's always there's songs about just jamming out, driving in the streets, your lowrider, whatever, cruising, you know what I'm saying? Like even D'Angelo Cruising, right? Like that's a song he just talk about driving his car down the street. Like we don't have that anymore. We don't have songs you can just listen to and just put you in a mellow mood and a good vibe. And I think Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, they definitely brought that with that album.
Yeah, 1,010%. Like on my like list of like people I would love to meet and have a conversation with. Even though that group is consisting of multiple people besides Paak and Bruno, because the bands included. Those are two people I definitely want to like sit down and talk with because there's dope people just for the precedent that they set. So that's what I'm not playing no games about, because I'm TL. Wow.
I'm playing no games about. I was listening to radio and listening to like OPB, and they were talking about like astrology and physics and stuff like that. It made me realize like how stupid I was. Like just the stuff that they were talking about, and the weight of the black holes and the size of stars and just like this whole idea of the galaxy, and I just felt like real dumb listening to it, but I also felt like I learned so much in the process of listening to it, if that makes any sense. And so I'm I feel like I just need to get back into education a little bit more, and just take opportunities to learn. And I think that's also why I enjoy OPB, just because they always have something like more in tuned when you listen to their radio station, just because it's like local and stuff like that. So it was pretty interesting. Just so I'm playing no games about learning. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking from an editing standpoint, I was like, should I say space, but learning. Gotcha.
Learning.
No, I feel you on that too as well. Like, you know, overall, just like learning different things, more things. I feel like that's very important. I've been learning a lot about like a lot of different things instead of like the regular things that I make sure I keep, you know, brush up on. I think there was something, but I'm not gonna ramble too much. I forgot. I think I learned some shit, more or less. Nope, can't come. Nope, not coming. Hit the button. Man,
You
damn it.
are a
Can't remember it, but it was like
sad,
really
strange
dope
little man.
about like
Have
something like in the
Farewell.
human anatomy. Can't like remember it. So I'm like, fuck. But it's really dope. I was like, I didn't know our human body can do that. So, or like
Interesting.
have space for that. It'll come to me. Watch middle of the podcast. I'm like, oh shit, it's the fucking, you know, our fifth metatarsal, you know, does this or some shit like that. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. But no. So let's kick off the show a little differently. And I want for us to kind of start with, I got this for us. I think it's very interesting. When it comes to, this was posted, and this got me thinking. It goes, controversial thesis. If the highest paid person in your university or college is a basketball coach or a football coach, then is it not a is it not a university? It's a sporting franchise with a side hustle in tertiary education. I thought about that because that hit me, and then also coming out too as well. Right now, I think this is our third year of college enrollment being down and people not going to college.
I don't think that's true
Not the third year?
because Oregon just enrolled the most students it ever has in the last 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, this year. So I don't know if that number is correct. Maybe overall, maybe.
I'll say nationwide.
Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah. That might be nationwide, but I know Oregon had their largest enrollment they've had in the last 10 years this year.
So the article I did read, it was more or less talking about nationwide. It wasn't Oregon based.
Yeah.
But once again, double check, fact check me. But just talking about how just pretty much how colleges and stuff are looking now. Because I was having a conversation with a person and it was about like, man, I really wish I would have, you know, minored in journalism as much as fucking media and journalism fucking doing now. I should have, you know, did that. But like, I'll say a lot of us in this room have, you know, gone and did the college route. And I feel like we don't openly talk about like, is college even worth it right now?
Are you asking me?
That's opening it up.
I think, you know, I wrestle with that all the time. I think there's aspects of it that I tell kids all the time. Like, if you want to go be a doctor, a lawyer, you know, those high paying acquisitions, yes, you need college. Now, if you want to go be a teacher at the highest level, yes, you need college. But there's aspects in life where you don't need college. Like, you don't need college to do a lot of different things. Yes, for example, your profession, what you do, yes, you need college. But like IT, you don't need college no more. You don't, and those are some of the highest paying jobs right now. It's IT. Like, you don't need college for that. Like construction, they advise you to go get college stuff for it, but you don't need a college degree for construction. A lot of the labor work jobs, a lot of the jobs that with trade jobs, and they pay out a lot more than college degree jobs. And I think, I'm not saying pushing everybody to trade. I think that's where a lot of society is going now, just because of the money aspect behind it. But I tell kids all the time, man, college isn't for everybody. Like, it's really not. Like a doctor, nurse, yeah, lawyer, yeah, yes, you need to go to college for that.
I guess for me in the conversation I was getting into and having with this, you know, person is like, if we kind of look at like where like student loan
Oh, absolutely.
and debt and stuff is at, where it's kind of like, it's like we're a product when we go to the school, because my friend Jordan always makes this like joke where like we like we paid for U of O's, you know, upgraded field. Like,
absolutely.
and it's kind of like we were supposed to be the product, but like we were just the money source because like we didn't get our return on investment because not the saying and not counting Jay's pockets or anyone else's pockets things like that because people don't know how much we'll be making things like that. But it's kind of like college sells people this dream, and a lot of people aren't living that dream. And it's kind of like this was a sham. And if you don't know how to pay back on your loans, because let's just say someone is paying on a $10,000 or $15,000 loan, the loan company wants you to pay the minimum because that just goes straight to the interest. And what you really don't know is that's how you can spend 10 years of just paying on the interest, right? And then you really not paying down what you really owed. And that's how they make their money. And once again, I have the luxury of being able to talk to people to know that information and talking to me about how I should be, make sure I'm paying down my loan. But I thought it was just very interesting in this era of Biden's going to be doing this for us. And the other people be like, we shouldn't do that. And like really like colleges not really showing up for the students, but they are showing up for, the Pac-10 and, really quick. Skull Ducks. Anywho.
To kind of go to your point, like,
yeah.
So when I was an athlete, that's the biggest thing that I realized is like you're a commodity to them, right? Like if you are being successful, making the money, they love you. As soon as you stop doing those things for the school, you're no return, especially as an athlete. But I always tell people, like, when you go to college, take everything. Take everything. Take everything you can get out of it because you have to pay for it. Like, and that's one thing that I was told. It was told. So take as much you can. Take as many classes you can. Take everything you can from school, because at the end of the day, once you leave that place, you have to pay back everything. So if you can take and get as much knowledge as you can, take as many things as you can, and retain all that information when you leave, man, you're better off, regardless if you got a degree or not. One of my old coworkers said he went to Stanford for free. He didn't pay a dime. He was in every class. He was taking full schedule classes. He was just going in classes, taking classes. And he's like, I got a whole Stanford degree there for 4 years. Didn't pay a dime. And it's like people don't understand that opportunity because you really can do that. But like, take advantage of that opportunity if you're gonna be there. Like, even if you don't know what you want, man, I'm taking every class I can take. I'm taking everything. I think long run it's gonna be beneficial to you. So
it's no 1,010%. It's just, I think for me it's just more or less depressing because we're old enough now where like, I don't have any undergrad debt, but I did it through being an RA and school educational scholarships, and I left undergrad without any college debt. In master's school, I left with a little bit of debt, but it's still, sizable.
mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just talked to a lot of people who, Miss Sally Mae, she, that's Big Bertha right there.
Yeah.
Pay her on time.
My friend, she's a nurse. She's like upwards of 80,000 right now in college debt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like she probably won't pay that back in her lifetime, like unless she wins a lottery or something happens beneficial to her or whatever in some way. But I didn't leave with much college debt. I'm not too bad with the college debt. I think because my first few years were all paid for. So yeah, outside of that, I don't have too much. So
I think it's kind of like the reason why I wanted to bring this up is, not that I want to, shit on sports, but it's kind of like I think I root for my school differently because of like the people that I associate with, because I know that their blood, sweat, and tears went into like literally into the field. So I'm just kind of like, I'm rooting because that's something that they put their heart and soul in. And I'm like, that's why I support my school, because of those people. And it's just really sad because we are currently in a generation that is paying for the how can I say this? The whole like you gotta go to college to be successful, and a lot of not the saying because then we can kind of go down the road of what's being successful, but like being able to like gases, your tibia, going to work is a tooth. Like it's kind of like why are we kind of telling these not these babies, but like more or less like like one of those old like asbestos commercials where like if you've experienced this, you have a lawsuit. We have a lawsuit, you guys, against these colleges. We have a fucking lawsuit. We're at least supposed to be like chill. So I'm just upset. There's a lot of good people who are scrounging for pennies on the dollar, and they put in the hard work after they, our schools and stuff said like go to school, go to college. So I think that's more or less why I'm like that kind of bothers me.
No, it's real. It's one of my teammates. He's 22. He's been working in tech for 4 years now. Didn't go to college degree. Didn't get a college degree. He makes over 100K a year. At 22, he's looking at buying a condo, and he's 22 years old. And I was like, I just like every time we talk about it, I'm just like, man, fuck you. Like it's just like fuck you. But I mean, like, there's aspects of his life, and there's aspects of college. I think a lot of people, like, for me, college was a great time. Like, and it was more than just. So I got told in college, I was going to an event, and I was talking to this guy, older guy, and he says, take advantage of college. He said, college is the only opportunity you'll get where you're around thousands of people your age doing the same thing you're doing. And he said it is the best networking opportunity because you never know who you're going to meet and who in that time you never know whose father can help you get a job. You don't know what friend you make owns a Fortune 500 company and you want to be an accountant, you go work for him as an accountant. You know what I'm saying? You never know the connection you're going to make there. And for me, that's when I think the real switch for college hit for me because I began to network and meet so many different people with so many different opportunities in that moment after hearing that conversation. Because I never thought about it. Think about it. When you're 22 and you're around a whole bunch of 22-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 19-year-olds.
Chaos.
You know what I'm saying? But they're all searching for one goal: graduate with a degree. Most of the time, and maybe in a field that you are going in, or maybe in a field that you might need. You know what I'm saying? So you're a marketing person, and you need an accountant, and your best friend's an accountant. Now you guys come up and start your own business. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so it's like little things like that. So I think, yeah, I don't know. That's what college was for me. I know it's not for everybody, but that's what it was for me.
Now, let me say the good things about, college. You know what I'm saying? Because, I was just speaking on the negators of it. But I say I learned a lot in college. I learned that these hoes ain't loyal.
Ooh, she is naive.
Because when a rich nigga wants you.
Okay, Chris Brown.
Let me tell you. I learned a lot in college. I would say socially. Now, you were saying like 19 and 20-year-olds getting together. I would say 70% of them was thinking about barely passing and fucking. So I'll just say that.
We fucking.
But I would say for me, one of the biggest things I learned in college that I want to agree with you on is networking, and then also, I'll say this: being able to understand your worth. Because I think, and I never had this experience, is when you go immediately into the workforce, they're treating you like a, adult. And I just know for me, around like 22, 23, I was given another big bubble to understand the power that I hold, the worth that I have. And I think a lot of people don't have that luxury to understand that, where like, those 4 years or 2 years, 3 years are like a protected shield you have from what's really going on in the world. for you can truly find yourself. Because I say, if you don't truly know who you are or know what you want to be, it's kind of hard for you to be passionate to do anything. And I feel like college is the perfect place for a person to find not themselves, but just to find a passion that is a protected place for you can fail. So
Yeah, I feel that.
so
I absolutely feel that.
exactly, because when
It's
I
a
was,
false reality.
oh, of course,
So people take they financial aid check and splurge on some stuff they really shouldn't be buying, knowing dang well they should not be buying it, but they got it.
or you be like, all right, do I clean up my dorm room right now because she said she's coming over at 7? Like, do I tell my roommate to get out of here? Like, you get to figure stuff out you don't get to figure out sometimes in your hometown,
Yup.
and it's like,
You learn how to be an adult.
yeah,
You learn how to be an adult, prioritize your time. Time management becomes huge. Real responsibility, especially if you live off campus and you live in an apartment or a house. You learn how nasty you can be or how clean you can be. Like, there's so many things, like, growing up as, for me, raised how I was raised, going to college and living on my own, it was a cakewalk because I was raised the way I was raised. And people were like, oh, you were this tidy, you're that, you cook, you do this, you do that. And I was like, that's how I was raised. And so then you get to see other people's habits and you're like, bro, you're disgusting. Like, what the fuck? Like you got dishes piled up into the sink until next week, bro. That's fucking gross. Like, yeah.
So I got a story for y'all. Get your hard hats. One of my biggest college fails. Yeah. Yep. Get your hard hats. We're about to get tough in here, y'all. One of my biggest college fails.
Let's get to it.
So, not too long ago, I went to U of O with the guys again, watch a game. So, let me tell y'all, there was this one light-skinned shawty I never thought I had a chance with because I didn't believe in me, but God did at that time. But I was listening to the devil. so, so get this, y'all. No. But no. Like I told the guys I'll talk about to the podcast before because we walked by the pizza shop where there was a crime scene. So I never thought that this person would agree to go on a date with me. So I was like, all right, cool. We went to the date. And like, I'm confident. I'm like, yeah, I'm, King Dingaling coming around here, right? So get this, y'all. We go on this date. And the best way I can explain it is, say you're the girl over there. I'm right here, right? We get to the pizza shop. We order stuff. Oh, you got the character. Oh, whoa. So I buy the pizza. We sit down, right? And she's like, hey. No. She sits down and she swivels her chair to me. And now we're looking like this. And she's like, hey, Rob. And I look at her. I look back the other way and just like laugh. And I'm like, and like, yeah, you see that? That's pretty much what she did. So she's like, and I'm like, sure, this pizza sure is good. And we just start eating in silence. Yes.
Stop the cap.
Is that the cap button? It's not. Bro, it's not cap. I was really tongue-tied on how to talk to her. And like God. It's like this awkward silence.
Right,
This is
sad,
awkward silence.
strange
And
little
like
man. You have my pity.
it got so
Farewell.
cringy where like I couldn't formulate like a sentence towards her. And like the next attempt I turned over, I was like I literally said no words. I was like, this pizza's good, right? And then she looks at me and she's looking at me like that, being like, good God, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? And after that date, I think I got better because like I just didn't know what to say to her because I was like, bro, she's so fucking beautiful. Like, and she's on a date with me. And it was just very painful. And I wanted to share that for the podcast because I had Jordan and Josh laughing because I reenacted it when we were at You know that pizza shop right by Webfoot around the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, the homicide was there. I did the whole swivel, and they're like, "You're a loser." I was like, "Yeah, man, I fucked it up, bro." So whoever you are, I know who you are. I'm sorry, I was just nervous.
But I think should be a good transition into like some of the topics we should talk about, because this is important, and I think a lot of people, especially women from a male's perspective, right? Like men get nervous. Men get in those situations, especially when they feel like they've upgraded. They don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think women don't understand that, and women sometimes are like, he's supposed to just know what to do, and the ability to be starstruck or just like is something that happens in real life. And I think people like, especially like, I think real women understand, but I think there's those ones who just want a specific thing. They don't get it, and that conversation still has to be ignited somehow. And I feel like, especially to our young folks, especially young guys who don't know how to have those conversations, do something to where that the conversation becomes natural. So in being in an environment, put yourself in an environment to where you're doing something that you love, so that she can see the passion that you have for whatever you're doing. So like, understand, for example, me, that'd been me. Truthfully, I'll be honest. That probably still to this day. That aspects of that, yes, it would have been me. But I feel like if I get them in an environment where it's more active, so like mini golf, top golf, bowling, something active, to where that conversation becomes natural, I think that is where that communication for me would start, if that makes any sense.
Oh, no, that makes sense. I was in an environment where I was at my best. I was having pizza. I love pizza. But you know what I love more than pizza? Bad bitches. And I'm not cool. I really wish I could. Yeah, I really wish if we had a time machine, I could show you how much of a sucker I was.
Oh my God.
And she just looked at me like, you know how you just look at someone being like, you being like she legitimately, and this is why I love our show, because I want to hold myself accountable. She was giving me all the leeway to like, not like step up and be a man, but like she was open to it. I was in my head being like, you know, she decided to come with me, and what should I say to her? I should, like, what I wanted to say, like, yeah, you know, I'm trying to fuck, you know. I can't say that, but like, I really want you for your brain, but oh my gosh, and I wish I could. Actually, I don't regret that happened, because I don't think it was traumatic for her. I just didn't say shit for like 30, 40 minutes. Like, I literally said inaudibles, laughed, and said, "Did you enjoy the pizza?" Multiple times. Yes, it was that bad, Andrew, that bad. So I think for me, like, I think I learned. I think that really beat the gosh shit out of me. Where I'm like, I would rather go down being a sad. Yeah, I want to be a sad, strange little man. I would rather go down like fighting than just like. That's why I love the Goofy movie, because you gotta get over that, guys.
And I think, you know, not to repeat a movie, but I think Hitch, when it comes to these type of situations, says it best. Like, he's like, she's already on the date with you, so that means she likes you. So like, in that case, it's like, how do you get out of your own way and just accepting the fact that someone likes you? And I think that goes, my question to you is like, especially someone who works in kind of that field, is like, how do men get out of their own way mentally in their head, so that they know that they can have this conversation, this intimate conversation with this female?
Well, 20-year-old Robert needed so much. Now I'm keeping my hard hat on, you know. I'm going hard in the paint today. I would say it's not even just like a man thing. It's more like just like a person thing. Like, people need to have so much undying confidence about themselves, because at the end of the day, there's things that RJ fucks with. There's things that you fuck with. Andrew, yeah, I didn't forget about you. Oh, look at him. He's like, oh, he forgot about me. Ha ha ha. Play the saddest violin for him. I know my peoples. I think it's more importantly being comfortable. I think everyone, when they walk into a room, fears judgment. And fearing judgment is such a damning thing. Like, I know a lot of people say, I don't care about what people think about me. You should care about what people think about you. Look what's happened to Kanye West. Look what's happening to Pete Davis. Like, you have to have the element of not caring, but also being confident of who you are. Like, once again, I know I keep using these people, but like Dr. Umar Johnson, he literally doesn't care what you think about him, but he's still living his life, you know? Like, he does, but he doesn't. And I feel like it's that air, and I think that's what a lot of people have to go through. And I think it's important to like have confidence of who you are, but also know how people can see who you are. So
I think we've talked about that a lot. It's just like understanding yourself, man. I think it goes a long way, especially as you grow and get older and appreciate people, appreciate the conversation and being able to like reflect in that conversation. Nah, man, that's dope, man. It's a learning process.
yeah,
It's a learning process. We gotta take L's in order to get better.
man. I will never forget that. Wow. Look, haha. I just reversed it with the film. Came back. All right. Boo. They're not. You know what? I usually look to them because they're kind of like the audience, but like, look at that. Oh, they're playing a lot of sounds on me. I don't like this. Do you have something for us?
I just got a question for you. I mean, we can open the conversation up.
You got the article?
Got
I
him.
was gonna do that one.
We fucking got him.
You can read it.
Oh.
I just.
You want me to read the article?
Hell yeah.
Find it.
I don't know if I want to give you the other sounds. I feel like they're going to be weaponized only for me. It's okay. They're funny to listen to. I listened to some of the Eric one.
I don't think I'm gonna read the. I'm not gonna read the whole article. It's kind of long. It's not too bad, but I'll just read like the general gist of it.
That's fine.
I looked into the article. It's a legal article from INCE. It's the history of marriage, and so what I looked up is it's widely agreed that the origin of marriage dates well before recorded history, but the earliest recorded evidence of marriage ceremonies uniting one man and one woman dates back to 2350 BC in the Far East. And so, like, for me, for some reason, it just, like, dawned on me about, like, this ideology of, like, where marriage came from, right? Like, we talk about wanting to be married and the whole aspect of westernized marriages and kind of where did that kind of be established. And so my question to you with this article is, religion and marriage has westernized the thought of relationships. Like, how do you feel that the westernization of marriage has affected people's mentality towards marriage, and especially now that it's kind of changed?
That's that is a question. Oh man. I would say, and I definitely need you guys' help with that. Would y'all say that our current country's the average religious person is a Christian? Would you say that's more?
I feel like more Christian-ish based. Like, yeah.
Okay. I believe, like, okay, say that question. Okay, say it to me one more time for the question so I'll make sure I'm answering it correctly.
So, westernized, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Let me go back to it. Okay. Religion and marriage has westernized the thought of relationship. How has it affected marriage?
Wait 1 second.
Oh, I'm unmuted. Oh, sweet. Per the Pew Research, 70% of the U.S. identifies as Christian.
I think we found a new job. Yes, fact checker. Thank you. Thank you. I like this. He's like our, like in DJ Academics, it's like Grand Wizard Chat nigga. Dude, that's like the guy who fact checks for DJ Academics, who's, a bad person currently. I like this. Thank you,
Grandmaster?
Yeah.
Grandmaster Drew?
Yeah. Wait. Come on. Grandmaster Drew. It's TL, but yes. True Love B. True Love B. I like it. True Love Bob.
Oh my gosh.
The more that you fight me on this is the more that I'm just going to sit on this. No.
I mean, once you get a hole in the wall, we're going to be completely fine here. No problems over here.
I can't wait till the first of the year. I got something for the both of y'all.
The hole in the wall? Thank you.
I am sorry, AJ. They ruined. Actually, continue. I'm sorry. They ruined what you were trying to say.
No. You ruined what I was trying to say. I asked you the question.
Okay, ask me the question. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let me try and do this one again. Religion and marriage has westernized the thought of relationship. How has that dynamic kind of changed?
Oh, that dynamic has changed. Obviously, one is because everything is become, how people say, more equal. I would say the prevalence of feminism and I would say the American dream expanding to just like the ideal of just men.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that has changed marriage. And I would say it changed it for not the bad, but for it to be more difficult. Because back in those days, the system was a man's supposed to do this and a woman's supposed to do this. And that's what we kind of look at as a family. And I would say more or less the problem nowadays right now is back then roles were like, this is the role. And this person's going to do this person's going to do this. And now people are having a hard time defining what roles they want. Because at the end of the day, there's not an issue or a problem of who's bringing home whatever proverbial money or who's doing what. It's about what is your role. And I feel like people have an issue with, I have to take a role, where taking a role is not the issue. It's you want to argue about the contents of what your role is. And then once you figure out what your role is, you got to play your role for a little bit until you get to switch it up or change it. I feel like that's the issue with it, because people are working with an archaic role system. It doesn't allow for new or nuances of playing a role.
Do you feel like pressurized religion has also pressurized the system to get married?
I want to say yes and no. I feel like religion and Disney together has married the idea of like it's supposed to be a certain way, and I think we got some special guys who no, okay.
Just watch the trash that is Zombies 3.
Okay, never mind. Shameless plug. Please continue. The whole thing.
Zombies 3?
Yeah.
They didn't really go down the marriage route or anything. I mean, they're high schoolers, but they didn't also peg it as a man and a woman or anything like that. They even brought in their first binary character. So, or non-binary characters. So, but it is a bad movie.
And that's a shameless plug from an awesome podcast, Backseat Critics. They do the mostest with the hostesses. So check them out. Link will be in the description. So just bringing that back, because it's like, by you just even saying that, right? By like having a non-binary person be in a relationship, right? I feel like people conflate being like, oh, if because I identify as this, I'm supposed to be this, instead of being like, what am I supposed to do in this role with my partnership? We are two individuals, whether you identify as gay, lesbian, straight. Okay, cool, whatever. That's what you are. So what are you doing in this relationship? Okay, I'm supposed to do this. And I feel like with going back to saying with religion in Disney's and movies, everyone sees this one particular way. And that one particular way is one person brings the money, one person does the domesticized work. And we live in the real world. And we clearly know, because we were just talking about college. We were talking about how loans and money works. The day and age of a person solely taking care of a household is kind of over. It takes two people. Because if you have one person who makes $50K, another person makes $50K, you both are making $100K together. That's the easiest way to make millions, by being in a coupleship.
So you got to read this article. I think make sure you check it out, because I think it talks a lot about like just the history and the aspect of like Buddhism and Hinduism and stuff like that, and all these different religious.
Tell us more.
Viewpoints on just like marriage alone, and how like the Western world has kind of adapted its ideals, which it usually tends to do, into some of these other religion. From like I think it was like 2000. So when did gay marriage happen? I think it was like 2003, something like that.
The bill?
Yeah, it was like 2003, 13, something. It was something like that. Something with 2003. I think it was 2003.
Man, we out here getting facts right. 2003.
And it talks about how like Buddhism did their first, same sex marriage, and so it begins to kind of like, I feel like Western ideology has definitely impacted marriage across the board when it comes to like worldwide, in this concept of what marriage is, and I feel like now, I think that's also why a lot of people aren't getting married, is because a lot of people are pushing away from Christian religion, and that aspect of like following these ideologies. I don't know. That was kind of like my thought behind like the article, and just like reading it. I was having this conversation with somebody, and it just kind of came up as a question, and so I kind of looked into it and kind of wanted to go further in depth with that aspect. So yeah, we have a fact here. What's up?
Then we got grand.
Sorry. Just quick correction. One state in 2004, and then extended to all 50 states in 2015 with Supreme Court ruling.
Oh, okay.
I just like how we're finding new mechanisms. This is great. Fact checked us. Yes. And I just kind of going off just a little further again, is be like, maybe I'm a weirdo, or maybe I just see it differently, but I've seen a Christian woman date an atheist man, and it worked.
I'm not saying it don't work.
No, I'm saying I'm saying it works. Like, they're like two different people come from two different backgrounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're challenging a lot of different things. And I think for me, that I just have to go back. The issue is people forgetting, like you're saying, the true essence of what marriage is. Marriage, yes, it was built to be a construction where it's a business deal, it's a business partnership. I understand that. But if we look at the human essence, right? Human essence is 9 times out of 10, we want to have and be with people, be with groups. Like, you want to have that person. And I believe that people have the mindset that marriage is a business partnership, and at the same time, you're doing it with someone that you can have love with. And I feel like we try to really like hold up love and be everything that, it's like we put love on a pedestal, and we forget that sometimes things don't work. Not saying that it's not a horrible thing that it doesn't work, but it shouldn't be the end all be all. We're like, I'm gonna keep it a bando. When I get into my next serious relationship and things like that, I'm gonna have a serious conversation with my person, being like, I want a prenup, and that prenup because like I got this stuff way before you. Not saying that I don't trust you and things like that, but it's just like this is what I want to do, and whatever we do after we sign these papers is ours. Because at the end of the day, I'm not having no problem splitting that 50-50. And it'd be vice versa. If she had this stuff without me, I don't want none of that.
So like, I think there's like pros and cons, right, in the mentality of that, right? Like, I think what it also says is like I'm choosing you for you, and not for what you have.
Mm.
And then also like in the same extent, it's saying like I'll be fine without you.
Yeah.
Because this is mine, and but we can grow together in different aspects. I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting concept, but I understand like the whole aspect of like the prenup and like, you know, is it a thought? I think most men have that thought, right?
Oh no.
Is it a thought? You know, but I feel like if somebody's there building with me during that process of building, I'm not gonna make you sign no prenup. And even like even in my conversations with my partner is like, my like when I have a partner, I don't have a partner. I'm good.
Freudian slip.
I'm single, ready to mingle.
All right.
I'm out here in this world.
You want me to blur that out?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
But I don't have a partner. When I have a partner, being able to have those conversations, because I used to and be like, I'm good without you. You know, I'm choosing you.
Yes.
And I think that's the most important aspect of a relationship is choosing your partner, is like continuing to choose them. And I don't know. That's dope. That's interesting concept. But
yeah, and I think I'll end with I guess my like 2 cents in with this was like, I feel like as a Christian, right? For me, I feel like my ticket into heaven is about how many bridges I build, not to just other Christians, just to other people, rather than me excluding. Because at the end of the day, if he is the God that I believe in, he's going to take care of that. And then also in my head canon too as well, that I feel like every other person's like religion is a version of what God is, whether it's that, where I'm just kind of like, all right, like I find it dope that you believe in this, that shows me that you have a spiritual side and things like that. So I think at the end of the day, it comes from people just like really sitting and understanding, because no matter what or how you ever put it, we all have roles. Like we have roles here, and it's like there's nothing wrong with like playing a role, and that's why things happen. But with all that being said,
what you got?
I don't have anything for us.
I thought you said you had something.
I feel like we're almost like in an hour. 58. What the?
I thought you had something. We ain't got no questions this week.
We actually don't.
Wow, y'all terrible. You ain't give us no questions.
We don't have any questions this week.
Damn.
We can ask questions to each other.
Like?
There's an even amount of people here.
What's up? What you got, Robert? Robert got something. He always got something up his sleeve. Like Robert he's the weird magician. He would tranquil. What do they call?
I'm not gonna lie.
Ventriloquist.
Yeah, you said it right.
I said it right. Ventriloquist.
I'm not gonna lie. Andrew got that dog in him.
He does.
It was Tuesday when I saw his face on the gram, and I was like, he got that dog in him. The reason why I liked him off the jump. Just wants to let everyone know that that's my question, Andrew. Why you got so much dog in you?
Can you please clarify?
So when black folks say when you got dog in you, that means you tough. And I want to ask you a serious question. And for the people who can't see, Andrew is actually the wonderful person who does the facts now and also works the camera angles. I want to ask you, what motivates you? I've always been very curious. What motivates? What are you passionate about?
I mean, just whatever I'm passionate about. I mean, it's I love art. I love creating. Kind of at home in that situation. So yeah, just kind of that's kind of what drives me. I guess I don't know.
All right, I appreciate that.
You're looking for.
Oh, that was actually the answer I was looking for. No, people. I'll say this as we switch it up. Our average views have like gone up, and people are watching more. It's like like last year we could barely like it would take a week to get like 10 views, and now the Jordan episode we're at like 20 views in like 17 minutes of like retention. And I'm like, damn, shit. I don't think we can like skip weeks anymore. we might lose the audience, low key. And I'm just like, I feel like we're getting to the end of the year, and at the end of the year here, because you guys are all new to it, me and Koss, we always like do like a breakdown, and like people like to fucking get to know us.
I was here during that last breakdown.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Yes, he was. I forgot.
I was here. It was real interesting. It was kind of cool.
See, I told you, and
Kind of cool.
you both will be at the end, and let's just say, I had 2 people asking about you. And they were like, why are these guys not on camera? And then I had to tell her. That's what they do. So, no, people want to get to know us. So, that was my question. So I want to.
I think I got a question for Robert.
God damn it. I knew he was going to do that. All right.
Yeah, it could be the last question.
No, it's fine. We got to get RJ.
Robert always talks about how he's looking for someone on our show. Always. I mean, not like
What you looking for? What?
looking for a wife.
Fuck. Oh,
On
we
our
doing that? You a bitch nigga.
Yeah. Robert is he's always talking about he's looking for a wife on the show. Robert, let the folks know, what are you looking for? 'Cause I guarantee you they're listening.
How? You really doing that to me? All right, you a real gremlin over there. We're doing honestly about what I'm looking for. Don't you dare do a close up.
You do a close
Don't you dare. I saw him tweak on that phone. Don't you dare do a fucking close. You better zoom this shit out. You better zoom that shit out. All right. So the question is, what am I looking for? I would say more importantly, and actually kind of goes to what you were kind of talking about a little bit ago. And I think for me, I am definitely looking for someone who's emotionally intelligent. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I want a bad baddie. I'm not gonna lie, she gotta look good. But like, I think for me, it's important that she can meet me mentally. And I think that's what a lot of guys actually really want anyway. Someone who's genuinely gonna care for you and fight for you. So I say that is what I'm looking for. Someone who's goal-oriented. I don't care if you want to be a janitor. Just be proud. You just want to be the best janitor. That's important to me. Did I talk about looks? Yeah, looks. And then, because I'm not going to lie, yeah.
But looks will change, bro.
Stop that.
They
Now,
will. Looks will change.
I'm not going to be dating crime, scruff McDog. I'll say that.
So, do you think Mariah Carey would look the same if she didn't wear so much makeup?
I don't find Mariah Carey attractive, but
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry looks exactly the same.
It's absolutely fine.
Exactly.
Still.
Exactly.
Bad
And
example.
I'm not gonna lie, girl gotta have nice feet.
Okay.
Those are the things I'm looking for.
He's a toe dude.
I'm-
Ladies, if you got nice toes, Robert is your guy. If you got nice
I'm not
toes,
gonna lie. I will let you know if you have nice toes or not. I am very,
He's
very.
gonna let you know because
Dude, better keep them socks on. You better keep those socks on. No, because y'all don't understand, like, the toe to heel foot ratio. I be looking at that shit.
He wants you to wear heels. That's why.
No, but, like, Is he taking off his sock? Okay. No, like I'm not gonna lie, cause like if you see it, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm the type of guy. If the pinky toe hanging out the heel, I'm gonna be a little mad about that. Because I'm just kind of like, why are you disrespecting your foot like that?
Oh my god.
Not to say I'm a suck on the toes, but I want to make sure they look nice. Like I'm to the point where I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. What? RJ, what the fuck is Okay. I guess I'm to the point in my life that nice manicure feet or like is you gotta tell the people what you're laughing about. Please.
Andrew's over here. I'm trying to get.
Hey guys.
Oh my gosh.
This is what this show is for.
He's trying to get Robert's opinion on his feet
No.
while caressing him. His feet against me.
I'm sorry, guy feet. I don't really care for it. It's a nice manicured woman's foot.
Oh
The people gotta know about Andrew's feet, though. You can't leave him hanging.
So he's trying to. Anywho, the rap
Let him
thing.
know about the piggies.
No. So you got talons? Your feet be curling over your shoe? Ew.
Yeah, so those toenails come out about 1.5 inches past.
Ew. Clip them.
Now I play guitar.
Okay. Now I know. Now he's just fucking.
Show him the feet now.
No. All right, we got to ask Andrew a question, but to answer your question, emotional intelligence, driven, and then style and beauty. Oh, I got a question for you, RJ. My question, or do you have something for RJ? All right, my question for you, RJ, is, I've been dying to ask this for a while. This is a good one. How is it? Watch out for them toes. How is it? Let's just say being around. Let's just say, how can I say this? How do you balance all of your responsibilities? Because you, from what I know, you're like, super long-term relationship. You got your family. You have multiple shows. I feel like I'm screaming and have no time for me. How do you balance managing all the things that you do?
I think it just takes years of practice of just balancing those things. I mean, in high school, you had sports, you had classes. At one point in high school, I guess from what my counselor told me, I had like one of the hardest schedules you could actually create my senior year. So I actually had to drop some classes and say no more of that. But it takes just years of going into things and just having side things. And I mean, don't get me wrong, though. I mean, my wife will let me know, like, hey, I need time. Yes, you do. So don't get me wrong on that. But no, just focus. I mean, even at work, I wear many hats and do many jobs. And it's the same thing.
So when does that RJ time come in? No podcast, no wife, just you.
Maybe like an hour or two
Mm.
a day, maybe at best. Maybe if I'm lucky.
I didn't know what you're talking about.
If I'm lucky,
Mm.
I maybe get like 30 minutes, but
I have a date with my laptop to do some more editing.
I guess I'd say it's probably when I run. That's probably my time when I run. So
I forget. We're a pretty athletic crew.
Mm-hmm.
We got him. I'm a dog. You know what I'm saying? Cosby. Chipping and chopping. Call him pork chop. Hey, that's my little pork chop. But once again, will he make it to this far in this episode? He will not. So, well, hopefully, because we didn't have anything for y'all to be left on red. So, you know what we did? We left y'all on red with things about us. So, hopefully, you all enjoyed that. And, yeah, this is a theme. When Cos is not here, Andrew talks. Is there something you want to say? No. All right, okay. So, this has been.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to our channels. Hit the bell, all the above, so you can see all the content when it comes out. We do post every Wednesday, so be ready for that. Be ready each week for something more magnificent. Again, share with your friend. Tell a friend. Tell somebody else.
Oh,
Listen. Put it on the Instagram. Put it on your Instagram page. Put it on my Instagram page. Add a comment so we can possibly ask you a question in our segment. So we can even answer your question in our segment. All these things, we want to interact with you, the people, the most. This is for you. This podcast is for you. It's for us to have a conversation, but it's mainly for you. We want to put you on a higher vibration. We want to put you in a better mood, put you in a better spirit, change your mind frame, give you something more positive, a different outlook, get you out of the middle, and have you going in the right direction. It could be questions about anything. It could be questions about your day. It could be questions about a dude or a female you're talking to, or a non-binary person you're talking to, and what direction you should go and how things are going. Whatever. The question can be anywhere. We will answer your question. It's for us. It's for you. It's for you to get to know us, too. This is Play No Games Podcast. We do not play games. It's all real.
and I just remembered, because we'll probably talk about this in December, but shout out to Carlos Melanius, or anywho, we have a clip that's almost 20K. We went mini viral, so fuck all you guys who don't believe. So I'll just say that, fuck off. We have a viral clip. Yes, just know that.
Make sure you check it out on Instagram if you do not know. Check out our Instagram page. Again, we're here for you, people. This has been the Play No Games Podcast. I'm Arthur.
I'm
500 names.
I'm True Love.
TLWP over there.
True Love Bob. TL.
True Love, work in progress.
Peace.
And we out. Peace.
Y'all hating. My names is my names.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.